Hey everybody, Watch This Review here, and today I am trying something different. But you know, I'm always trying something different, trying to get the best effect for whatever I'm trying to do. In this case, I'm just using a normal light, 'cause I noticed recently the standard light that I had been using kind of gives a more bluish hue with this camera, because I guess it goes through a whole spectrum, and the camera picks up some ends of it, but enough about that. Now, I saw this at Target today, and I couldn't resist. I mean, it preys upon my two greatest weaknesses. First of all, a love of miniatures, and second of all, a love of bargains, because it's for 7 figurines, it's only $5, which is kind of irresistible, even if I know I will never, ever, ever actually end up playing this game. But again, just the figurines and stuff are kind of cool. Figure I'll buy one pack of it, and yeah, probably just one pack of it. I don't really think I'll get into collecting this, but I'm going to pop this open. Now, I probably should have opened the package, but again, I have to figure out what sort of editing technology I want, and I want to do this so it reaction is on camera. But and first up, yeah, logistical problem one. All these are plastic baggied. I don't think I can pause this. I need to really read the instruction manual, but first up is some sort of a clone trooper here. Kind of decent looking, but really not my thing. Given that's the Clone Wars, I mean, a lot of its stuff will be related to the prequel trilogy. I noticed they also had a Force Unleashed set, so that was also a little bit tempting, but it was a different configuration. I think it was like 1 large and then 7 smalls for 15 or 10 or something. I don't know. Didn't interest me as much. Now we have another clone trooper. This time, popping out with the blasters there. Looks a little chubby somehow, but might just be me. Let's see, who puts these? Tswazi. Wizards of the Coast put these out. Currently owned by Hasbro, which makes sense because Hasbro has the Star Wars license. Next up, we have this little slightly bent droid. I should have clarified that this is or isn't a review, but I'm not sure if it is or isn't. I mean, this is kind of a review just because I'm looking at this stuff and I'll probably weigh in my opinions, but given the fact that I don't know how the actual game is played, it's just more on stuff here. Right, this is kind of crappy. It's another droid, but this time it's a red one. I guess it's one of the commander ones. I don't really remember this stuff. But I guess this one had this little cardboard piece to keep it from bending, which the other one did not. So this one's kind of bent over. This one looks fine. So far, 4 I don't really care about. I guess the clone troopers are okay. Finally we get somebody at least moderately interesting looking. Just gonna get him out of the package. Kind of looks like Ponda Baba. Assume it's probably the same species. Should have cards in here so that would clarify it. Actually, let's save that for the end. But another different type of clone trooper here. Starting to notice a theme. I don't know, if it was like a larger scale, I'd be excited to get like a lot of troop builders, but for the small scale stuff, I would prefer unique characters. But yeah, kind of boring looking dude. And my final one is the warrior guy that I saw on the cover there. All in all, very crappy pack. I was hoping for at least like one real character, but you know, that's the luck of the draw. I assume the real ones are probably rare or something. Then all the troop builder figures are the ones you'll actually find in open packs, but I mean, this one looks pretty cool. Can't complain too much about like all the clone troopers, because you know, they are cool looking troop builders, but the other stuff, not really doing it for me. But I'll clarify what these guys are. This is the Udapan warrior, I guess. You will notice that it's like mirrored here, it's like reversed, so kind of funky. An Aqualish warrior. Now for back of the card, just in case you're wondering what these look like, I guess it's 40 hit points, 15 defense, 6 attack, 20 damage. I know nothing about what that actually means. And a bunch of special abilities. Kind of like the art in these, where it's just the plain looking cards. Battle Droid. We already knew about that though. Elite Clone Grenadier. The dude holding the grenade, if you can figure that one out. Captain Rex. Now earlier, the other one was in the opposite direction. This one's facing the same way, so kind of has the pose down. Now, although the paint's a little bit sloppy, I do have to say the sculpting is halfway decent, unlike stuff like the HeroClix line, where some of it is a sin against God, but I figure where these are more armored troops and stuff, you know, it probably is a bit easier. You should see the Jubilee for HeroClix. It was horrendous. It's scary. Star Corps Trooper, or Star Corps Trooper. This is this dude here. Interestingly enough, he's got this little piece on his helmet. This version does not. Not sure what's up with that. And then the Ratchet Battle Droid, which must have been the bent one. Now, card-wise, I guess this is probably the faction, so I mean, these cards aren't randomized or anything, I'd assume. And it also comes with a list of all the guys I could have gotten but did not. Including a Darth Sidious hologram, which might have been cool. Ahsoka. Anakin. Another Anakin. Padme. Yeah, I don't think there are really many that I would have really wanted from this set. Well, they hit some of the IG series stuff, which might have been cool, but you know, whenever you buy like a blind box, you're kind of just taking it as it is, so never know what you're gonna get. Like a box of chocolates. Well, except for, sure, if you chew these, it'll probably make you sick, but you know, some sort of a metaphor there. I guess this is an expansion sheet. It just lists the additional powers and crap. And you'd have to buy the real starter set to actually use it, so sorry we do not know how to play this, but you know, thanks for watching. Overall, I don't think these are all that impressive. I mean, some of these look kind of cool, some of these kind of don't. And some of these are bent beyond belief. But you know, sometimes that crap just happens depending on how they're packaged and what sort of precautions. It's just weird that they'd put a precaution in for one and then they wouldn't put in for another. So, I mean, obviously they know that there is a problem, but in this case they chose not to address one of them. You know, what can you do? For $5, I wouldn't even say this is a great value. I mean, sure, all the ones have these really cool looking things on the side. Most Anakin here looks horrendous. That's a terrible, terrible likeness. The other stuff looks kind of cool, like this Galactic Marine I would have loved to have picked up. This Union guy here. basically all the ones that were on the side, except for the stupid rocket battle droid thingy, I wouldn't have mind having, but of course did not get those ones. And there are actually several different boxes out here. I also recall seeing a cover with Padme in some sort of an Arctic outfit, and then I think like some droids or something. But obviously I chose poorly this time and did not get anything really even remotely cool, but you know, luck of the draw. Would I recommend? Once again, probably not, but if you're already collecting this stuff, you know, you probably will want it. I really have no desire to get into this series just because this series I don't think looks all that great. Or at least doesn't have characters that I necessarily care about. Even in terms of like troop building and stuff. So yeah, until next time folks.